Welcome back, good Dan, to Tom's Garage. Welcome back. Today, pow, it's a little Craftsman push mower, M100, 140cc. We have a no cranky situation. No cranky. What you can do, this one is the style that has the primer. You're supposed to press that, and if you look way in there, right there at the bottom of that black hole, there's a little tube sticking up, and when you push that red bulb, you should see gas shooting out. Not hard, but you should see some gas coming out. And this one ain't doing it. This one is not priming. So I'm gonna take it apart and show you why. Get this starter cover out of the way. 5/16 socket takes in 3 off. And then that 5/16 takes these 2 screws out of the filter housing that holds it to the metal framework of the engine. And then you swap it over to the 7mm. And these 2 screws hold the air filter housing to the actual carburetor itself. Yep. Let me grab my little pans. And we'll just pull the gas tank off like that, and then just pull the carburetor off like that, and off, and there you go. And we'll go over to the bench. Cobwebs. Copper webs. And we'll go ahead and just dump a little spitter, dump whatever fuel's in here out. As much out as we can. Blow all the dust and everything off this thing. Yep. I just lost that little gasket right there. Let me grab it off the floor. I dropped it right in the floor. We'll just set that aside. We'll just set that aside. And dump whatever fuel's left in here out. You can see down in there, it's where the fuel line right there where it connects. You've got a little screen in there, fuel screen. That's the only filter you've got on these things. So what I'd like to do, whenever I get them empty like that, make sure there's nothing in it. Perfectly dry, perfectly dry. Blow a little bit back through there to clean that screen. Little screen down in there. See that? The lowest point of the fuel tank. Let me look in here. It's got a little bit of trash and stuff in there. I don't see no water. It's got something floating around in there. Well, get this out of the way. All right, you still got your 7mm on your wrench. Pop these 2 off. There'll be a small screwdriver. Pop it right there like an oyster. Boy, look at that. That is some terrible, terrible, terrible gas. I can see it, it's almost brown. Even though you put fresh fuel in it, you got to realize your carburetor still holds all this fuel. And sitting over the winter, that will go bad. Look at that. That almost looks like tea or something. Ugh. Get that cleaned out of there. Oh. Yeah, that's nice and clean now. Then what we'll do is come over here, get right under that, work this out. Pow. It appears that little jet is clogged. So you should see it shoot out of here. Blah, blah, blah. Say that twice. And you should see it shoot out of there. Nope. It's not coming out of there. Let me give it a little puff of air. Oh boy. Now, clean that out. See that? There you go. While you have this out, sometimes this white venturi there can slide out because this is what holds that in. So careful. And then also when you have this out, this little needle, this pin will want to creep out of here and you'll actually get it out of the groove and this will fall and it won't seal and gas will just come right out of the carburetor. It'll come right out, right? It'll just pour out of the throat. Give it a little puff. Make sure that's seated. Put this back in. Make sure that's seated. Make sure this goes in the direction of that. Just like that. And then press it all the way in. So you can tell it's not all the way in yet. There we go. Okay. And don't over tighten these screws. It just goes into plastic. Plastic. Just till it stops. Stops. Wow. Put this back on there. Now when you pull this carburetor off the intake tube, these things are going to fall out. I'll show you what I'm talking about. You got a little O-ring that's going to seat right down in there. Get that dust out of there. Goes all the way down there like that. There's a little ridge it sits on. And then this will just pop in on top of it. There you go. Well, that is some nasty, nasty fuel right there. Yeah. Well, it don't take no more than a month or two for that fuel to go bad. And there we go. Now we'll go back over to the mower. Stick it back on. It's your throttle lever. Draw it back on. Like so. There it goes. Squeeze it over the little tube. Pick this up and put it back in its groove. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and pour fuel back in it, let the carburetor be filling up while I put it together. That way we'll know by the time we get done if it's got any leaks we need to take care of. Look out. Hang on to it. Well, they said it's supposed to be close to 90 degrees today. Ooh. Yeah, it's about 85 right now. All right, we got a good half tank of fuel. Reverse order. Don't forget to hook this tube right here up. Make sure you hook that tube right there back up to the back of the air filter housing. If you don't, it'll be just like not running an air filter. Gotta make sure you do that. All right, now while your 7mm is still on your wrench, we'll just do it in reverse order. Housing to the carburetor. Make sure that thing is seating in there right. And you're going into plastic, so just till it stops. All right, now back to the 5/16 or 8mm is what I use. 7 and 8mm just sits right side by side in the organizer. I just reach over and snatch them together when one of these rolls in. Right there. Filter housing to the frame. A little bit, a little bit. Put the starter housing back on. The 3 little screws. All that on. Easy. All right. Now, let's see. Let me lower the camera a little bit so we can, uh-oh. Money. Okay. That was somebody that just called with the same mower, same problem. It's my bread and butter. It's my bread and butter. Now what we'll do is let you look way in there. I can hold the camera in the flashlight. Uh-oh. Let's see. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Well, you can barely see it, can't you? See the fuel shooting up? There it is. We got a primer. We got a primer. Okay, let me lower the table. I'm gonna fire it up. Oh, let's see. First thing I'm gonna do is check our blade. The blade looks good. Check the oil. Check the Earl. Uh-oh. Her oil thing ain't screwed in there just right. That was all kinds of booger. Ew, wasn't even in there good. Her oil is good. It's nice and clean. That dipstick right there might be stripped, cross-threaded. Let me look. No, it's good. It was in there cross-threaded about one thread. I'm glad I caught that. Okay. Okay. Lower the table. All right, let's give her a pull. I've already got it primed. Here. Well, all right. We got a runner. Thanks for watching another Tom W. Mower repair video. I love you boys and girls. Love each other, because you know I do. Love me, love me. And I will catch you guys and girls on the next one.